All right, guys. So today was a small red day, just $2, not too bad. Today was tricky as well. Things small market cap stocks still taking a hit. So the first stock I traded was XAIR. That was the first stock that I saw that came up on the scanner, quickly rejected twice. And as it was curling back up, I took a stab at this at 217 and I exited at 226, so about uh, just under $9 of profit for that trade. And flushes again. I'm waiting for a curl back up to test this high right here, 228, potentially breaking up to 240s. So I get in for another entry at 221, and it kind of stayed stagnant. I thought we were going to consolidate pretty well until it didn't, and I felt like this was already too long of a move to hold, so I only got $2 of profit out of it. And I actually walked away with $10 on that trade. So I think it was $8 for the first one and $2, so it made $10 profit. But this one, I was watching it to see if it would break. You can see here on the 1 minute, I traded before it rallied up again, but it slowly came up, and I just wasn't too sure about this one. I think there were some heavy sellers. Every time it would go up, um, it would just form a top. It would just kind of reject. So it would break up, break out, and then form another candle, instantly reject down. And I don't like that because that to me is giving me not it's not pretty. It's not giving me a good sentiment about the stock. So see here, I really thought right here we were going to start turning around. Now I was looking for an entry, waited for another candle up until to break this high right here at 239. It did that, went all the way up to 254, but it quickly flushed back down. So good thing I didn't take any trade because I likely would have been filled at the top or somewhere in the middle, and it didn't really follow through and it immediately jackknifed down, flushed down, and it wasn't pretty there. So good thing I avoided that trade. The next stock that I got into was PRFX. So PRFX. Let me see what the news was on that stock. So let's see. They had some Nvidia headline involved. I think the other one did not have an Nvidia headline. I think it was they just secured 32 million to accelerate their growth, but PRFX had Nvidia headline, but I think they just it says within the Nvidia Connect program, so they're not really using, I guess, I don't know. It's not really a partnership with Nvidia. It's something related to their program. Doesn't mean they're directly tied to Nvidia or Nvidia, you know, invest in them. That would be different, and that would obviously drive up the stock like it did with Navitas Semiconductors. So same thing. We're seeing similar price action. We're seeing a nice pop at the open when news comes out, and then immediately flushes, which is keeps me cautious. I'm like, okay, I know not to get in. I know to wait till this flushes. It's I've been jackknifed before, so I'm being patient. I'm waiting for an entry. Past at least whichever high candle. I mean, at least I'm hoping from here. When I'm looking at this, I want it to break this high of candle. I mean, it's already over VWAP, so it's already giving me good sentiment as it's climbing back up VWAP, and the 9 and 20 is still open. So I got in this one. Let's see. So my first entry for PRFX. I don't know why. I don't know why I got aggressive on this one. So I got in 100 shares here. What was it here? Okay. I got in 100 shares here, and then a couple seconds later. Okay, so I actually punched in 100 shares right in this candle right here, and I punched another 100 shares as it's attempting to break out right here at 33.19. So I'm in 100 shares in this candle, 100 shares in this candle. I'm looking for a break over this high, and it flushes down. So it didn't make that. It wasn't a strong move. It didn't break, and I'm hoping to catch a really nice pop. Some of these penny stocks, some of these dollar stocks, we've been seeing nice pullbacks, and immediately pops up like potentially the XAIR, except that one rejected pretty quickly, and I was able to see a lot of the selling volume. I was seeing 50K orders, 30K orders, so I'm okay with like the level 2 being changed on my end with how it's being displayed now. I don't mind that right now because I can see real time. Like I can understand. Like wow, that's a lot of volume, a lot of selling going on. So it's helping me predict, and that's why I didn't really get into AIR for that last entry because it quickly flushed, and I was looking at a lot of selling sentiment. But even on the 1 minute, this was still showing signs of high volume selling. So I was like, all right, well, I just lost this one. I gave half of my profits on this. So then I take another stab at this and I see this breakout and I get a little bit too aggressive. I jump in 100 shares here, 100 shares there. I'm looking for a pullback, a bounce off the VWAP since it's breaking out. I'm like, okay, that I'm predicting that this will be a really nice breakout over this VWAP. We see a nice break green candle at least to 150, had a $half mark. So I'm buying 100 shares, 100 shares, 100 shares, and another 100 shares. So I'm in 400 shares, and it's slowly grinding, and that has me worried. I'm like, well, that's not the momentum I was expecting. We had this, suddenly increase in volume right here. It's green, green, and then it just starts slowing down, and I exit out. So I lose $12 on that trade. So I ended up losing $2 on the day. So it's not really the momentum we're looking at, and I'm glad I sold. You could see it quickly rejected. It did go up a little bit higher, but I wouldn't have profited any more than I would have. And then, yeah, we just end up flushing out. So I don't know what to expect for tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm not really seeing any good candidates right now. Even the morning was slow. The news feed was slow. Nothing was really screaming like good momentum. Who knows? Maybe today should have been a no trade day. I don't mind taking trades because it's gonna get me better, and I can see that at least I'm being a bit more patient with some of the entries, and I'm not just jumping in. I'm asking myself more questions before jumping in. So we'll see what tomorrow brings us, but we're only down $2 on the day, and we did pretty good yesterday. Yeah, we'll see what tomorrow brings us. Let me know what you guys traded today, or if you guys have been taking it easy. I don't blame you if you guys have been taking this whole month off. It's been not the best because rate cuts again. So the IWM small cap index, we recovered today. Some stocks did rally today, and I think that's been expected after 2 days of continuous selling. We did bounce pretty nicely. We'll see what goes on from here. Let me pull up the scanner or the stock. So we're seeing some signs of recovery. Is this a dead cat bounce? I don't know. You guys let me know. Let me know what catalyst would we expect to boost this index, because this is going to give us sentiment. Really, we can see here since May, since June, since summer started, we've been really having nice rallies up until September. Things started getting shaky when they cut the rates. Um, it started getting shaky and it just started consolidating from here. So we're just still, and I think that's representing our momentum and our type of trading. So let me know what you guys think. What do you think is going to happen? What are we going to expect? And what did you guys trade today? Hopefully you guys did good today and take care. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay safe. And remember, trading's risky.